10:47 a.m. 5/24/2026. It's actually him. Uh, David, son of Jesse. I forget what his mom and dad's name was. He has a statue. I look about like him. I'm not Hebrew though. I am Irish, Scottish, Welsh, English, Deutsch, and Icelandic, supposedly. Anyway, David, son of Jesse, was a harp player for Saul and Jonathan. But I think first there was a war with the Philistines, and there was a big Philistine named Goliath. And David, son of Jesse, oh, that's his dad's name. I forget his mom's name. Maybe the Earth or something. And so David, son of Jesse, was maybe, if I remember, I've read maybe he was like a shepherd or something. Well, anyway, he had a sling and he put a rock in it and he spun it around and he hit Goliath with the rock and killed Goliath and decapitated him with the sword. I don't know if it says if he had a shield or if either of them had a shield or what the battles looked like. There is something in the Bible, maybe involving the Philistines, about foreskins being taken of dead people being taken as pelts. Well, anyway, David, son of Jesse, was a harp player for Saul, and Saul had a son named Jonathan. And I kind of forget what was going on, but Saul kind of had it out for David, and Jonathan was more friendly to him. But Saul liked David's harp playing. So, anyway, there's stuff to read, and some people might know all the books already. But I think it really is worth reading. Like, you hear the rhythm of the birds that were chirping when other people were reading, and they create rhythms. But, well, something happened where maybe Saul went after David, and Saul ended up maybe impaling himself on his old sword, and I forget what happened to Jonathan, and maybe both their bones are hung up somewhere. This is good hot sauce. This is from Bend, Oregon. This is some native hot sauce, Sakari Farms Hamadown Coyote. This is a Caribbean hot sauce. White wine vinegar, Scotch bonnet peppers, those are Jamaican. Onions, yellow mustard, carrots, garlic, sea salt, turmeric, ginger. Well, anyway, isn't Eyes of the World a good song? The heart has its homeland. In Judaism, I have read that sometimes citrons, an oblong lemon shaped fruit that grows in the land people currently call Israel, from some story, uh, but anyway, uh, those people touch their kids and circumcise them. And I'm against that. But I'm circumcised myself, and I'm not saying that, like, circumcised people can't have wisdom. I just read Solomon recently, and it inspired me to talk about David as dad. So, David was a harp player, then some people died, Saul and Jonathan, and David, I think, became king. Uh, Speaking of Solomon, Solomon's mom was Bathsheba, And David wrote Psalms, and I have read Psalms is the first book that was printed in a Psalms is like the first book printed with an Arab language printing press, maybe. I've read that online. I don't know what this. I can't give citations. Uh, well, anyway, I'm kind of a democracy robot, by the way. Go Falcons. Well, anyway, uh, so David, son of Jesse's son, was Solomon. I read Proverbs maybe 2 nights ago. There are 42 Proverbs. So these people like mutilate their genitals, but it has wisdom, and the fruit and vegetables still work for them. The purpose of Proverbs, dangers of bad association. True wisdom cries out publicly. The value of wisdom, seek wisdom as for hidden treasures. Thinking ability, a protection, immorality brings disaster. Be wise and trust in Jehovah. Honor Jehovah with valuable things. Wisdom brings happiness. Wisdom brings security. Proper conduct towards others. Do good to others when possible. A father's wise instruction. Above all, acquire wisdom. Shun wicked paths. Path of righteousness gets brighter. Safeguard your heart. Warning against immoral women. Rejoice with their wife. Beware of guaranteeing a loan. Go to the ant, you lazy one. A useless and wicked man. 7 things Jehovah hates. Guard against a bad woman. Embrace God's commands and live. A naive young man seduced like a bull to the slaughter. Wisdom personified speaks. I am the earliest of God's works. As a master worker at God's side, I was fond of the sons of men. True wisdom invites. Buy me your days will be many. A stupid woman invites. Stolen waters are sweet. Diligent hands bring riches. Use of many words brings transgression. Jehovah's blessing makes rich. The fear of Jehovah prolongs life. Wisdom is the modest one's. The apostate brings others to ruin. Success through many advisers. The generous person will prosper. One trusting in his riches will fall. One who hates reproof has no sense. Thoughtless speech is like the stabs of a sword. Promoting peace brings. Lying lips detestable to Jehovah. Anxiety weighs the heart down. Those who seek advice are wise. Hope delayed makes the heart sick. A faithful envoy brings healing. Walking with the wise makes one wise. Discipline, an expression of love. The heart knows its own bitterness. A way that seems right may bring death. The naive believe every word. Many are the friends of the rich. A calm heart gives the body life. A mild answer turns away rage. Jehovah's eyes are everywhere. Upright one's prayer pleases God. Plans fail without consultation. Meditate before answering. Jehovah examines the motives. Commit your works to Jehovah. Honest scales are from Jehovah. Pride is before a crash. Gray hair a crown of beauty. Do not repay bad for good. Leave behind the quarrel starts. A true friend loves at all times. A joyful heart is good medicine. A discerning man restrains his words. Isolating oneself is selfish and unwise. Jehovah's name a strong tower. Wealth is only an imaginary protection. Wisdom of listening to both sides. A friend sticks closer than a brother. Insight slows down one's anger. A quarrelsome wife is like a leaking roof. A discreet wife is from Jehovah. Discipline a child while there is hope. Wisdom of listening to counsel. Wine is a ridiculer. The lazy do not plow in winter. A man's thoughts like deep waters. Warning against vowing hastily. Young men's glory, their strength. Jehovah directs the king's heart. Justice, better than sacrifice. Diligence leads to success. One not listening to the lowly will not be heard. No wisdom in opposing to Jehovah. A good name better than great wealth. Early training will last a lifetime. The lazy one fears the lion outside. Discipline removes foolishness. A skillful worker serves kings. Be discreet in accepting hospitality. Do not pursue riches. Wealth can fly away from you. Do not be among heavy drinkers, and alcohol will bite like a serpent. Do not envy evil men. Be wisdom. A house is built up. Righteous man may fall, but will get up. Do not retaliate. Slumbering brings poverty. Process of Solomon transcribed by King Hezekiah's men. Confident 25. Proverb of Solomon described by King Hezekiah's men. Confidently, well-chosen words, respecting privacy, heaping coats on an enemy's head. Heaping coals on an enemy's head? Proverbs of Solomon transcribed by King Hezekiah's men. Confidently, well-chosen men, respecting privacy, heaping coals on an enemy's head. A good report is like cold water. Lazy ones described. Stay out of another's quarrel. Avoid practical jokes. No wood, no fire. A slanderer's words are like tasty morsels. Reproof from a friend beneficial. My son, make my heart rejoice. Iron sharpens. Know your flock. Wealth does not last forever. Prayer of the unresponsive one is detestable. Mercy sows to the one confessing. No quick riches without guilt. Reproof better than flattery. A generous one lacks nothing. Unrestrained child brings shame. Without a vision, people go wild. An angry man's word stirs up strife. A humble man obtains glory. Fear of men is a snare. Words of Agar. Give to me neither poverty nor riches, things that never get satisfied, things that leave no trace. An adulterous woman. Animals instinctively wise. Words of King Lemuel. Who can find a capable wife? Industrious and hard-working. Kindness is on her tongue. Children and husband praise her. Charm and beauty fleeting up. Charm and beauty fleeting.